Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Morimens video. Yes, I've never done a video on this game. It is their second anniversary, and I jumped in because it was the second anniversary and wanted to give it a try. So many people have said good things about it. It's kind of the underground cool game. Everybody says how good it is that play it, so I wanted to jump in and give it a try, and boy, my mind has been absolutely blown. Now again, this is a turn-based game. It is basically a lot like in its structure to Reverse 1999. That came out a little bit before this one. I know there are some rumors that the same people that developed that, a lot of them moved on and went to this for some reason that I'm not going to get into in this video. But it does have similarities, but it has a lot of differences too. And I played Reverse 1999, and where I liked the game, its mechanics, I didn't really care for the story and a lot of the historical perspective used in it. Now, move forward to 2025, and we have Chaos Zero Nightmare, which feels a lot like, of course, both of those two games, more so like this particular game. And I really did enjoy Chaos Zero Nightmare. I still have an account, I still play, but the time commitment on it was just getting a little too unruly for at least my personal life and the time I can spend. So I don't get as much time with that. So I'm happy to find one that's a happy medium. I really do think is the superior game between all three of them. Now, this limited anniversary lasts for a while. As you can see, it's still got 54 days and 2 hours in reference to this item, and a lot of them are like that. The first part of the anniversary was announced about the third week in November. You're getting like 200 limited summons and some upgrade stuff for rare materials and things like that. You get a limited selector, which I do believe is this right here. So basically, once you reach this, once you use pose skill 200 times, I'm at 59 at 200, you're going to be able to pick, and there's some really stellar characters in here. They've also got a new anniversary unit. In addition to that, you know, there's a Wheel of Destiny you're going to be able to get basically close to maxed out, if not maxed out, which is really nice. And there are so many things too in here as a new player to also give you incentives for playing the game. But I haven't even scratched the surface on how much they are doing for this second anniversary, which really does make it, if you've thought about or read about this game and have not played it, this is definitely the time for you to jump in. And speaking of the banners they have for the anniversary, there's some really stellar ones. They're doing lots of reruns, so you don't have to feel like you've been left out if you haven't played the game, which is really nice. And again, like I spoke about, they do have an anniversary unit. They have different banners that relate around the particular realms, which is really nice. So if there's one you want to focus on, that's stellar to have that available to you. They've just done a very good job to really make things easier for an incoming new player that wants to give this game a try. Now, of course, the main story area is going to be your bread and butter. You have a progression area. I'm on chapter 4 right now. I've only been playing it for a few days, but I've been playing it a fair amount because I'm really enjoying it. Once you go in to that particular stage that you are going to do, you've got your investigate area, you can put your team together, and basically you are off to play. And as you would expect, it is turn-based, so it'll be very straightforward. It will look familiar to you. The story in this game is definitely, in my opinion, much darker than Reverse 1999, and some people would maybe disagree with me, but I actually think it's a little more demented than Chaos Zero Nightmare, and that's really attracting to me at least as a player, and I really do think they have done a very good job with the story. Now, you will have a map that you're going to be able to go through and play through when you're going through these levels. You're going to have all different options that will come up, different routes that you're going to have to take. And they do have an auto button, but I really don't recommend it as when you are learning the game. I try not to auto when I don't have to. If I'm just trying to push levels and I'm busy, I'll go ahead and hit it. But to really learn the game and the nuances, there's a lot going on here, and I would be lying to you if I told you I felt I had a total grasp of everything at this time. But these maps will spread out. There'll be tunnels. You'll need keys to open up areas, which is kind of cool. You'll get more plot through it and more battles. And then you'll have a final battle at the end, of course, where you're going to go ahead and have to take on that final monster, so to speak, to go ahead and move forward. Now, these are going very quickly right now. I have it on ×4. And I'm a little overpowered right now. That will change the farther we get into this. There'll be events where you're going to have to choose, and you can actually, when you're choosing, you'll be faced with getting different things happen to you possibly by taking a certain one. Like this one, you could develop trauma. The top one, it just will engrave one of your 3. So you can go, if you don't want to go ahead and take on that trauma to your team. And that's a whole another level of strategic decisions in this game that, of course, with a beginner's video right now and just talking about the game, we're not going to get into. You're going to have elite battles. That's where you, of course, your opponent's going to be much more difficult. You're going to see a difference. One of the things in this game is your HP does appear to scale with your level, so it is going to be important to push the level of your team. So again, you're going to be pushing this story area. Why? Because you're going to get a lot of rewards for doing that as part of the 2nd anniversary, as well as just playing it. So it's incredibly important. Plus, you want to get your account leveled up. It's not just also the main story. There's hard on there too. And then also, too, there's a host of different areas in the game that we will go ahead and talk about here in a second. Now, as I stated, you can see that there's normal story, hard, as well as madness. On top of that, you have a special ops section that you can unlock and play through. You've also got a psych deep dive to also play through and unlocks for you. In addition to that, you've got the dreamscape area, multi-dimensional link, and the reproduction frenzy, which I have not unlocked that area like the others. They've got a PvP type event area open, which is actually really cool, especially for free-to-play players, because you can't buy power here. It's all about team comps and choosing the team comps that are accessible to you, which is really kind of cool. And this game does appear to be fairly free-to-play friendly, more so than most games. And from what I've seen and read from players and Reddit and other areas, if you just plan out, you can build up over time all the characters that you're going to want in the game. The interlude area is kind of your standard where you're going to go get the supplies that you're going to need to level up, to break through a character, etc., to build up your skills. And it really goes on from there. There's a lot to do in this game, from the P-dive section to D-zone. There is just a lot here. And given that this is a beginning video and just talking about this game and its 2nd anniversary, it'd be silly to get into it. You, of course, are going to have your daily quests and weekly trials that you're going to be pushing through also. And then you're going to have your different awakeners. And I like that they show the different ones here, even if you don't have them, so you can see what they can do. You can look at their details. The skills, like I said, you can see on the skills for the characters 1 to 6, you're going to be able to power those up, those cards, which are going to be the skills you will be pushing through. The enlightened section is where you push through with your dupes for the game. You'll have talents that you'll also be able to expand upon. But the art and music in this game are excellent. highly recommend. It's just a lot of fun. If you are a big fan of turn-based games, this one is really, from everything I've played through the years, I feel like I'm going to be playing this for a while. This is just not a one-shot for the 2nd anniversary. I actually held off doing the video because I just kept playing it, and I don't see me taking this off my rotation because it's just got a great story, solid turn-based gameplay, lots of cool mechanics, and lots of stuff to do, but it doesn't feel too time-consuming. You don't feel like if you don't do something, you're incredibly hurting your account and feel so behind. And that's one of the things that was really kind of bumming me out when it came to Chaos Zero Nightmare, because parts of it just took too much time that I just didn't have with what's going on. And coming into the holidays, it's just going to be that much more difficult. So that's going to wrap up a quick overview. The 2nd anniversary is going on right now. I will have a link in the description, of course, as always, to their main area. And that will get you to the social medias that they have, as well as, of course, downloading it. I do believe it's on Steam, so you have PC, as well as Android, as well as, of course, Apple. And they even have an invite code. I'll put that in my description. And if you shoot me yours, I have yet to bind mine to somebody's invitation. So first one to do it, I will gladly use yours and put it in. So hopefully if you enjoy the game, you're going to get some extra rewards. But that's going to wrap this one up. So as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot, and have a great day.